There we go. Okay, let's go do it. Quit. Quit it. Quit. Quit. Oh, look at that. It's not your job. Okay, how to ride a hot horse that always wants to be gawking off other directions. I'll try to get her lined up here. First of all, I'm not going to let her. Her center should be in the center of the circle, the direction I'm going. And she wants to look at the outside. So I just use my inside leg and keep bending her and turning her, keeping her attention on the middle, where she's supposed to go. And she wants to really resist. I give her little half halts on the outside when right now she's doing all right. She does it. It's a nice windy day, so it's kind of a good thing to she wants to cut off her. There we go. So I'm asking her to drop her head too. I'm giving there. I don't want her to look. She's not allowed to look to the outside of the circle. She's like a kid that wants to play with their phone. So I just keep giving her, keep the outside rein tight, and keep giving with the inside. Keep working on her, only not hanging on her. There, I'm not doing anything. And she kind of wants to stiffen up her body too. So I'm kind of using my inside leg to keep her kind of arched. If you watch her ears, you can see what she's gonna try and cause trouble about. So you just pick up the rein and push her towards whatever it is. You don't want to pick it up, push with your inside leg. So she pays attention to what we're doing. There we go, that was good. She's looking to the inside. Want her head down. Kind of a windy day, and it's cooler since we've had not a really hot summer, but kind of hot, so she feels a little better today. Okay, so we'll change directions. She's usually better to her left side, paying attention and everything. I don't know if that's because I'm left-handed or... But see, there she goes. The first chance she gets, she wants to pull her head away and look. When you see anybody throw the reins away and let their horse just look all over, their horse isn't paying attention. There we go. So my inside rein is always in contact. My outside rein gives her a half halt when she raises her head and tries to look that way. And when she's doing nothing, I have no pressure on either side. I do have my inside rein a little shorter, so in case she decides to pop her head up, I've got her right there. Got her. Got her. Got her. And if you have a hot horse, if they're not paying attention, you're just going to end up doing dances all over the arena and looking at everything and going the other way than what you want to go. So this kind of teaches them to pay attention to what they're doing. And you have to use your inside leg to keep them kind of bent. Well, she's being pretty good, and she's lowering her head a little more, which is what I want. I want her head below the saddle horn. She keeps wanting to leave my party, and I want her to stay with me. Okay, so we'll do a little circle. lost her train of thought again. So when you ride these hot-blooded horses, you have to ride them. When they get used to you always being there, then you don't have to do so much correcting as I'm doing right now. She hasn't been ridden for a while, but... Okay, so I'm going to change reins now. So that means I'm going to hold on the inside rein, which will be my right rein, and I'm going to do half halts on my outside rein to keep her head and her body. I want her body a little bit arched the direction we're going. I want to see her inside eyeball. Can you see? I see her inside eyeball, the circle I'm going. I don't want to, and now I'm doing hardly any reining at all, but I'm maintaining a light touch on her all the time, not on her face, on the reins, so that if she decides to pick her face up and look to the outside of the circle and look at what everybody else is doing. Now when I started straight here, I just kind of easy. She thinks I'm going to ask for a trot, so I'm not, but she thinks it's about time for a trot. It's not time. So we just go back to a nice walk. She was a barrel horse for a while, for a couple of years, so I'm trying to... Oh. Good girl. That. I didn't ask her to do that, but she likes to please me. Oh, let's fix up that mussy hair. How should we fix that mussy hair? It's still mussy. When I brushed it, I didn't get it. Oh well. I'll stick it under there. Okay. So now we'll try the same thing at a trot. We'll go to the right first. Going to take a hold of her and ask her to get into the bridle, both reins, and I'm giving her half halt on the outside. Half halt. I want her to be thinking trot, trot. There you go. When her head goes down, she's almost, that's the way I tell when I almost got a Western pleasure horse ready to go, is if their head goes down when you ask them for the thing instead of going up, when they're ready to be a Western. They're almost there. So she keeps popping her head up. I just want her to be kind of steady, but I don't want her, I'm driving her with my legs, just like on your four-wheel drive. If you don't give them any gas, you don't go anywhere. There, she's being so nice. Good girly. Trying to keep her inside eye. Very nice, Diva. Demi. So there, she's raising her head, so I'm gonna close my hands on her face and push her forward into the bridle. Close my hands on her face. There, now everything's light again. I'm not in her mouth. Now I'm gonna close my hands, push her into the bridle again. Push her into the bridle. Push her till she comes down. I'm not pulling back hard, I just closed my hands. And she did it. And I'm gonna stop her now and pet her. Whoa. Because she's trying real good to she keeps giving her head to me. She says, I can do that. How'd I mess up her hair so bad? Anyway, there you go. Good girl. And you kind of want to keep them eventually as you get going a little better, and if she gets a little more in shape, I'll ask her to stop and maintain her position, not just throw her head up and... Okay, so now I'm going to ask her again for a trot. We're going to trot to the left this, but I'm going to start on my right rein, so my easy. So I'm going to ask her. I've got her ready. Trot. Trot. Little half halt on the outside, little half halt. Little half halt. There, she dropped her head. Now I want to change directions. So I'm going to lengthen my outside rein. There, very nice. She had, you see how unsteady her head is. That's what we're working for as a Western pleasure horse, is that head stays steady. So I have to sit and be quiet. And when she's really, really good at seeing, she's straightening it, she's going sideways instead of going forward because she was shouldering a lot. Stuff, so easy. There you go. And I like to reward them when they're putting their ears forward. Easy. Lots of times I try to stop when their ears are up. Easy. That's a good girl. Very good. She's not giving me any grief at all. And I'm guiding her with my legs. And as I close my leg on her, she wants to raise her head, so I close my hands and drive her instead of letting her head come up. There we go. So now I'm going to close my hands on the reins, put my legs on her and say, whoa. And see, her head came up, so now we're going to ask her to back up till her head goes down, until she's standing in position. There we go. And this time I'm going to keep her here for a minute. Let her think about it, huh? Good girl. She says, now I want to gawk all over. Nope. Okay, so we'll start again. Oh, she just had a big sigh. And you listen to her. This horse, I listen to her breathing. If she starts snorting and stuff, then she's really out, not with it very well. She's not paying attention. So listen to their breathing. And she's one that I do not ever want to get off of her unless she has given a big sigh of relief while I'm on her. Because there's nothing worse than having them give a big sigh of relief after you get off. So now I'm going to gather her up again. I'm going to take my reins. I'm going to put my leg on her. And I'm going to say trot. And we'll see if she'll trot off and drop her head. Trot. Trot. And she came up and wobbled around a little bit. She's not where I'd want her for a Western pleasure horse, but from a barrel horse, this is pretty nice. Easy. There, she's trying to raise her head, so I'm closing my legs on her, closing my hands. And now she dropped. I dropped my hands, dropped my legs. I'm just sitting here quiet. She's doing so good. I think I'll try to take her the other direction, and it will be done. So her head came up. I closed my legs on her, closed my hands on her, and get her head back down in a relaxed position. Keep pushing. Just close my hands. I'm not pulling back on her. Okay, so now she's down where I want her. So I'm going to take the inside rein, the right rein again. Her head pops up, closing my legs on her, pushing her into the bridle again. There. Now I've let no legs at all. Easy. She's trying to speed up on me. Easy. I don't want her to speed up on me. And she's kind of bobbling the head around. Easy. Hey. Good girl. And she's cocking her head to the inside, to the outside a little bit. She wants to drop this inside shoulder, so I'm going to lift up on my inside rein just a bit. Keep driving her there. Now she's real soft in the face, but she's kind of swinging her bum around instead of. So I'm pushing, put both legs on her, push her back into the bridle. She fell apart there. There we go. See if we can keep her. Push her. Push her. Easy. Is getting mad. Easy. Yeah, when she starts snorting and stuff, she's upset, and she's trying not to use her. She's trying not to bend her inside. She doesn't want to do a right hand bend, so I'm going to ask her for a deeper bend. See, there now. She's doing good. Easy. You're all right. Good girl. Keep going. Oh. I kind of surprised her with that one now. She had her butt swinging to the outside, so I'm going to make her back up with her butt back up underneath her. And drop her face. And stand until she breathes. Well, she's puffing a little bit, but she's not breathing. I want her to breathe. Relaxing a little bit. I don't want her really moving her head all over, but I do want her to take a breath. And I kind of wiggle my stirrups to let her know I'm ready to get off. Asking her with the left, right, left to drop her head again. Stay in the bridle. Stay there. So lots of times we set with this horse. It's she got a little bug in her eye, one of those flies with dirty feet. I took her mask off. I want her to stand here until she takes a breath and relaxes. Because when she was a barrel horse, they get so used to being up all the time. And they like it. She likes to. Good girl, just stand here. I'd like to see her work her mouth a little bit. Because she has a tendency to, you're all right. She has a tendency to hold her breath. There was a little bit of a sigh. I'm going to get off and see if you can hear her sigh. She's probably going to make a sound. Oh. You're so glad when I get off, aren't you? And that's it.